In 2007, the Department of Defense allocated $22 million for a secret investigation, AAWSAP. This massive budget targeted non-human entities, poltergeists, and unidentified aerial phenomena. The original solicitation documents reveal a search conducted at the intersection of the military and the spiritual. The investigators found traces of a collaboration that the government sought to bury. But what was the true target of this search? AAWSAP was not merely a study of paranormal phenomena. It was a classified operation orchestrated by actors seeking to understand realities that defy the laws of physics. At the heart of this initiative was Bob Bigelow, director of Bigelow Aerospace. His communication suggested links to spiritual circles and Vatican researchers. The government sought to quantify the invisible. Simultaneously, the Vatican managed the reality of demonic entities through theological protocols, handled by its exorcists. These two worlds, separated by centuries of doctrine and science, did they operate on the same spectrum of existence? The archives from that period show an attempt to rationalize the occult. But what truth did they omit? This detail, seemingly insignificant, changed everything. The official version from the Department of Defense is clear. AAWSAP was a strictly scientific and neutral endeavor. The objective was to apply the methods of physics and psychology to analyze data collected concerning non-human phenomena and UAPs. The program presented itself as a purely military investigation. It aimed to assess any potential threat or anomaly within the scope of human knowledge. This narrative serves to mask the real intention behind the allocation of these massive funds. But is the public money spent on this research merely a facade? The American government claims a strictly scientific and neutral approach in studying non-human phenomena through AAWSAP. However, declassified documents suggest a search that integrates elements beyond conventional science. This search was potentially influenced by esoteric theories. The Vatican uses exorcism methods based on theology and faith to manage demonic entities. Yet, the archives indicate that Vatican protocols rely on spiritual knowledge and methods that might correspond to the phenomena studied by military agencies. The government seeks to contain occult knowledge. The Vatican seeks to manage it spiritually. This divergence creates a gray zone. The documents suggest an unexpected convergence between military research and religious practice. If both institutions observe the same entities, how do they explain their results? And why did the secret of this intersection remain intact for decades? No one ever asked why. The internal AAWSAP report from 2007 details a budget allocation of $22 million. This report confirms a government study into paranormal phenomena and unidentified aerial phenomena. The Bigelow Aerospace files confirm early communications with spiritual circles before 2005. The archives of the 1975 Church Committee set the precedent for government surveillance of occult knowledge. Declassified documents reveal internal government concerns about phenomena that defy conventional scientific understanding. This material points toward a history where science and faith meet in the pursuit of a hidden reality. The Vatican archives contain protocols for exorcism. These protocols describe expulsion methods based on ancient spiritual knowledge. These documents suggest a parallel understanding of entities and forces that exist outside the bounds of conventional physics. The intersection of these two domains reveals an attempt to manage a reality that surpasses human perception. The link between AAWSAP and Vatican protocols is not a coincidence. It is an attempt at parallel management of the same entities. The government seeks to measure and categorize the invisible using scientific tools. The Vatican seeks to contain and expel the invisible using spiritual methods. These two institutions work in parallel to control a reality that humanity is not yet ready to accept. The public money spent on this research is an effort to rationalize the occult. But this rationalization demands a cost. Today, with the AARO registering 757 new cases in 2024, the tension between military research and spiritual practice has only intensified. Recent congressional hearings raise questions about the handling of classified data and the true nature of the entities observed. Why do these crucial pieces of information remain locked away in the archives? What do the 75-7 recent cases reveal about the reality both worlds are attempting to conceal? If the Pentagon and the Vatican worked in parallel to understand non-human entities, what is the precise nature of this shared knowledge? If the data on UAPs and exorcisms are two facets of the same reality, what happens when these two powers converge? If the investigation continues, where does the line between science and the sacred finally end? This program is officially closed. What replaced it? That is a conversation for another day.